I feel this strongly, though. Atlanta at San Francisco.
I love this pick.
Right? I mean,
going against Purdy.
I'm shocked. Now, this bit me before. Who was it? I was shocked Houston was the underdog against somebody and they lost.
Yep.
They bit me early. I'm shocked, though, that Atlanta's not favored.
Really? You're really going big game hunting with that.
No, it's only 2.5. But like I said, I need points. I need
Way
points.
to chase the big points.
Look, Atlanta, the run, their offense is versatile. The last 3 games, Coach, they've averaged almost 30 points. All right, so without Fred Warner and Nick Bosa, how are they stopping Atlanta? That can do it in the air and do it on the ground with Bijan. And then on the other side, I know he's your boy, Mac Jones. He came back to earth a little bit. I'm not saying he's going to have a terrible game, but that defense is very good.
That's true. No, it's Mac.
Purdy hadn't even practiced. It's definitely Mac. And that defense is like arguably the best pass defense in the league right now. And so Atlanta's is. So I'm shocked that San Francisco's favored. I get it. It is in the Bay Area. But, yeah.
That was almost one of Nick's picks, bro.
Yeah, that to
Falcons
me is
+2,
a
2.5.
no-brainer.
I love that pick.
No-brainers.
Nick Wright loves it. I don't know how I feel about that. I was feeling really good about the Atlanta Falcons until Nick absolutely loved that pick. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, man, the Falcons. I talked about this a little bit before. I posted another Atlanta Falcons video today, so definitely please check that out with the herd. I already forget what I talked about in that video. But to focus specifically on this game, I mean, right, this is a game, and again, I don't care about spreads. I don't really care about that. I always mention that, but I just feel the need to. It's time for the Falcons to become a team where the 49ers aren't given 2.5. It's time for the Falcons to arrive. It's like enough of this other nonsense. It's time. The Falcons are so beat up. Backup quarterback who's been playing well. He's been playing great, actually. And I am very impressed with how Mac Jones has been playing. I was impressed with him even when he lost against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But they're so banged up, offensively and defensively. And this is what I said when the Atlanta Falcons were going up against the Commanders. I said, you have to be a good enough team to come away with the win against the Commanders, who are down their quarterback, down their number one offensive weapon in Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin, right? Like just monster 1 and monster 2 for Washington. You can't not win that game. It becomes indefensible. The only way it's defensible is if you're an elite team, you're a top team, and you're winning, and then you just have one of those random games that you drop, and you're just like, how did we let that happen? Because that happens to everyone. But that's not who the Atlanta Falcons are right now. So it was like, I looked at that game like that, and I was just like, you fire everyone. That's what I said going to that game. I said, and Commanders fans were not happy. They're like, that's how less you think of us. And I'm like, no, that's not the point. But the Atlanta Falcons are supposed to be good enough to be able to take care of business in those types of games. And if you're not, then you just fire everyone. Then there's serious problems. You've made serious mistakes at this point. You've made serious mistakes. And so that's kind of how I feel about the 49ers right now. And the 49ers, like I said, they have been impressing me. But so have the Atlanta Falcons. And it's time to arrive. It's time to take care of business. It's time to be like, when another team is really banged up, when they're not putting out their best team out there, that needs to be enough for the Atlanta Falcons to take it home and say, okay, great. If any great team out there, when you're going up against a team that's really banged up, backups all around, backup quarterbacks, defense decimate, whatever it may be, that 9 out of 10 times is enough. 9 out of 10 times, right? It's like kind of like the whole art of war, with Bill Belichick, where it's just like, we're just going to lean on your weaknesses and we're going to try to take away and minimize your strengths. And that's what injuries do. Injuries enhance that, right? Like that's when you're banged up, like that's enhanced to like the maximum degree. And if you're not good enough at breaking a team that's literally already broken, then we have some problems. And this is what I'm going to emphasize one last time. It's just like, you see the 49ers are given 2.5. Like the Falcons need to be a team now where that wouldn't happen. You're like, oh man, the 49ers are so banged up. Like usually, home field advantage, blah, 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 like, it's a half a point or something. I don't know, whatever it is. Or just like, no, the Falcons are a favorite on the road. And then they have a whole segment like, is it fair that the Falcons are a favorite on the road against the 49ers? And everyone's like, yeah, it makes sense. The 49ers are so injured, and Michael Penix has been great, and Bijan Robinson's the MVP front runner, and this Falcons defense has been on fire. Like, that should be the conversation. This shouldn't be eligible for upset alert. So that's just how I feel. And so that's why I'm just going to kind of keep pushing this. Arrive. It's time to arrive. It's time to arrive. And if you don't, then it's just like, you know, we're just back to where we've been. It's just, we're just back to where we've been, you know, where we were. We're just like, all right, yeah, kind of good, kind of not, you know, whatever. And I made a similar video talking about this with the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets, and then now the Giants. It's just like, you got to start to plant your flag. You got to start to show and tell people who you are. Because I got news for you. When you're a fan sitting at home watching some of these games and watching your team play, let's use the Atlanta Falcons, and if you start to feel confused where you're like, I don't know, are we good? Like, what do we have here? Yeah, we beat the Bills, and then we lost the 49ers. We lost this game, you know, and you're just like, we got rocked by the Panthers. If you start to be like, I don't know, like, who are we? Are we a good team? Can we actually do anything? I promise you, there is a fair bit of confusion in the locker room as well. The players, the coaching staff, they're like, I don't know, man, how good we are. Because there are plenty of times as a player, when you're trying to figure out, like, are we good? Are we not? Like, you believe it. Sometimes you doubt. Like, you oscillate among all the emotions, honestly. But, like, once you kind of start to get deeper in the season, like, things need to be clarified. And ironically, I said, you know, I always said that there's a kind of two types of games. You have a barometer game and a clarity. You know, a game that kind of offers clarity who you are. And to me right now, considering it would be different if the 49ers weren't all banged up. And it would be different if they were still kind of riding this momentum of like, we beat the Rams, we've been playing well, Mac Jones has you know, reemerged as like a potential top quarterback, right? Like if all of that kind of still had that momentum, that's fine. If Fred Warner didn't go down, et cetera, et cetera. But because of all the things that have happened for the 49ers and just the injury after injury after injury, you're just like, this is a game that the Falcons should just be able to be like, oh, this is great. This is great. This is great. Especially after you're showing against the Buffalo Bills. Okay? Prove that those moments aren't flukes. Prove that was about the Atlanta Falcons being great and not the Buffalo Bills just being seasick on troubled waters right now. Okay? That it's time to prove that. The Atlanta Falcons fan base is begging for it. I know they are. I talk to them all the time. So it's just time to do it. And like I always say, going into these weekends, will it? I don't know. I don't know. They should be able to. I believe they will. But like, you know, it's up to the Falcons to prove it. It's up to the Atlanta Falcons to prove it. If you can swallow up Josh Allen, I'm telling you right now, you better be able to swallow up Mac Jones. I'm telling you that right now, okay? And that Atlanta Falcon and that 49ers defense with all their injuries, you should be able to get to work. Penix should feel very comfortable. He should be able to wheel and deal, and Bijan Robinson should be able to continue to reinforce, stop with the Baker, stop with the Sam, stop with the Mahomes. I'm the MVP. I'm the captain now. There should be another game where he goes off for another 200 yards. And we start to say, oh, how many times has a running back, you know, has a player had, you know, 200 plus yards in back-to-back game? Well, it's only happened like 4 times in the last blah, blah. Like this is all the energy that should be going forward. This is all the energy. So I'll be waiting. And whether they get rocked or whether they destroy the 49ers, I'll be doing a post-game reaction to this one Sunday night. So be on the lookout for that. But get to work. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Atlanta Falcons upsetting the 49ers? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.